Alright, so we're gonna finally meet the guy that's actually really in charge of the others. It's time to meet Jacob.
Hey! Fuck off!
Okay, damn, I just wanted to see him. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Lost. This one's going to be doing my next review for Lost Season 3. This is for Season 3, Episode 20, titled The Man Behind the Curtain. Damn. Oh, man. Okay, so this is a massive episode. We finally got to see the Dharma Initiative. We finally got to learn about Ben and his backstory and where he came from, and was he really actually born on the island? Well, this episode goes into everything. This episode takes place with Ben on his birthday, but it also has flashbacks of him as a young kid on his birthday. And it kind of, goes back and forth. And it's a really well-told episode. We get to see Ben in the current timeline. He is obviously, seeing Locke. Locke brings the dead body of his dad right in front of him and tells him he killed him. And he stands right in front of Ben and his men. He's like, all right, look, I did what you asked. Now you're going to take me to Jacob. That's what you're going to do. And Ben's like... okay, so you get his daughter that basically gives Locke a gun, and then she's like, happy birthday, Dad, like she barely even acknowledges them, So it's Ben's birthday, so they're off to go see this Jacob that apparently is even controlling Ben. Like, apparently Jacob is like the top of the top, and they've been talking about this Jacob guy for fucking ages. So they finally take Locke, Ben takes Locke to go see this Jacob, and when they get there, it is the most creepy fucking just what the fuck type of scene ever. I mean, they go up to this door, they go into this cabin, and you've got Ben that's, like, talking to this fucking guy. Like, he's talking to nobody in a chair. There's nobody that's even there in our perspective. But it's like Ben's arguing with him. Like, no, I told you I wouldn't. I had no choice but to bring John. John wanted to meet you. Shit like that. And it's like, okay, Ben, are you fucking, like, are you gone mentally? Or is he just messing around trying to, fool Locke? But then Locke, because Locke is the viewer in this situation. He's like, okay, there's nobody fucking there. You're talking to nobody. What is going on? And then we hear, help me. We hear a voice, help me. And then shit starts to, like, kind of go like an earthquake, you know what I'm saying? And shit starts to go nuts. And you're just like, what the fuck? Like, I wasn't sure what was going on at that point. I was like, okay, are we dealing with some crazy shit? Like some afterlife shit, or like what is happening right now? So, yeah, it was scary, it was intense, it was nuts, and then Locke is like, okay, there was nobody there, but what the hell was that, And Ben is like, well, that was Jacob, and it's like, bitch, what? So, insane. So, then we get the flashbacks in this episode that play out over the course of the episode. You've got young Ben, who, at the beginning of the episode, you see this young couple, and you see this woman giving birth to this kid. And I was like, oh, okay, other survivors from the island? Like, they kind of make you think that's what it is at first. And then you reveal that, no, they're not on the island, they're just in the woods in real life, you know what I mean? Not on the island at all. And then, they're taking the kid. The woman is, like, bleeding badly from the birth of this kid. She's, like, basically on her deathbed. She's dying. And the last words that this woman says as she delivers her kid is, I want you to name the kid Ben. So, okay, you kind of reveal, shit, that's Ben's birth scene. That wasn't on my fucking bucket list to see, but that was a crazy twist there at the beginning. And then you see, Ben and his father, who works for the Dharma Initiative, and they go there, basically, and you see the Dharma Initiative for the first time, and you're like, what the fuck is what is going on? And you see all these people from the Dharma Initiative. You see young Ben as a kid, and he's going to school there, basically. You've got this, like, one, little girl or whatever that he's kind of making friends with and stuff like that. And, his dad's name is Roger, the worker Roger. And I remember at first I was like, why does that sound so damn familiar? And then I was like, that's the fucking dead body that was in the back of the van that Hurley and Sawyer and the others found in Season 3, Episode 10. That's literally Ben's father. And I was like, whoa. So that was insane. And then, as if that wasn't crazy enough, you then kind of get into some of the relationship stuff. You find out that Roger really treats, Ben really terribly. He's a terrible father to him. And, on Ben's birthday, I mean, you literally see a sequence where he's drinking, he's out of it, and he's like, yeah, it's difficult to celebrate your birthday when, your birthday falls on the death of your mother, and I'm like, holy fuck, man, like, that wasn't his fault, like, shit, but because of that, Roger treats him like shit all the time. Because he views Ben as responsible for the death of his wife. So, that's insane. And, then Ben kind of does some exploring. He runs into Richard, which is from the others in the current timeline. And one of the biggest things that you massively pick up on in this episode is that Richard looks the fucking same in the flashback when he meets young, little boy Ben, and he looks the exact same nowadays. So Richard just doesn't age. Richard just doesn't age at all. So that's a massive piece that they kind of introduced in this episode. That was insane as well, too. So now it makes you wonder, how is Richard the same age back then as he is now? You know what I'm saying? Except he's got shorter hair these days. That's like the only difference. But that is a crazy sequence when he meets young Ben, and you're like, holy shit, like, why does Richard look the exact same? You know what I'm saying? So that kind of sets up some intrigue there as well, too. Definitely makes you wonder what's really going on this island. How is somebody not able to age? How is all this shit able to happen? This episode is trippy as hell. It's insane. And then, on top of everything else, you've got that. You've got Richard, of course. You got all the, young Ben stuff. He does see his mother in, like, a vision real quick, which I thought was pretty insane as well. And, on top of that, you then see a massive time skip go by. You see, Ben, he's now working for the Dharma Initiative. He's a lot older now. And, his dad's kind of like an older man now and stuff like that. And he offers him on his birthday that year to go out and, drink some beers with him and stuff like that. So they drive the vehicle out, and this was clearly the one that Hurley and them found. And you have Ben in this one that actually kills his dad. Which is insane. Ben murders his dad and kills him inside this van. And then that explains the rotting dead corpse that they find in the van later on, when Sawyer and them find it. But Ben kills his father in a really savage and insane way. And I was just mind blown, genuinely. That shit was just absolutely insane. So that was crazy. All the Ben flashbacks were insane. I mean, I couldn't get over what I was seeing. And then, minorly, you do have a island plot with Jack and the others where they find out that Juliet is a spy for Ben, but then she lets the tape play further on, and then they find out information on, them hitting them, attacking the island, and attacking them coming up, and the group is going to have to get ready, you know what I'm saying, and that is kind of the idea there. So Juliet does help them in the end, even though she's working for Ben, and she's forced to do all this stuff, she found a way to help out our crew, and to let them know that they are coming at a certain time. So I did like that, and Juliet kind of, slightly redeemed herself to the group there by being honest with them, which I thought was, really good. So yeah, that was crazy, man. Honestly, that was absolutely insane. And while the episode doesn't let up, it ends on a massive cliffhanger where Ben lures Locke into this frickin' pit of like dead bodies and shit, and then he shoots Locke and leaves him for dead there with all the other dead bodies around. So Ben cons, John hardcore. He absolutely does. And he leaves them for dead, and the episode cliffhangers. Now, obviously, that isn't the death of Locke. Obviously, they leave it on a cliffhanger, but it's just an insane way to leave it with Locke just sitting there as Ben leaves him behind like that, just like that, for dead. So, yeah, this was the Ben episode that I didn't know I needed. This is a massive twist of events with Roger, the connection with the van, finding out, Locke's, role in all this, seeing, Ben and his backstory, and then learning about this Jacob thing, even though it feels like we didn't learn anything about it, but it was still, kind of insane. And then Juliet proving that she is, legit, despite her having to work for, Ben and everything. I mean, this episode is one of the most insane episodes of the show. I'm going a 10 out of 10 for this one as well. This one and 19, man, are just some of the most insane episodes of Lost. They are genuinely just mental. I can't get over how insane they are. So let me know your thoughts. Post your comments down below. What do you guys think of episode 20 of season 3 of Lost? Definitely let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button to not miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Lost. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.